Let's talk about some very niche technical SEO. We're going to talk about niche schema and the new LLMs.txt. Niche schema and SEO. A lot of you probably know what schema is, or you've at least heard of it. It's structured data markup, and it helps search engines better understand and display special content in rich results on Google search. So like if you see the stars, for example, when you search something, or you see special features in just Google search, things that explain what you will get on a page or a post. A lot of that is with schema, though Google also picks that stuff out itself. And very niche schema, it's tailored to a specific industry or a specific topic. But here's the thing. It sounds cool, sounds great, sounds fun. Actually, it doesn't sound fun. It's really tedious and annoying. The thing is, for 99% of websites, you don't need to add any schema yourself. You don't need to add any schema markup yourself. Your page builder or your site builder or your plugin will handle it. The most popular page builders and site builders and plugins, they do it themselves. And if you bother to add any schema, Google said this themselves, they might not even show it. This is a quote. Google does not guarantee that your structured data will show up in search results, even if your page is marked up correctly according to the rich results test. And then they continue, they say, using structured data enables a feature to be present. It does not guarantee that it will be present. The Google algorithm tailors search results to create what it thinks is the best search experience for a user, depending on many variables, including search history, location, and device type. In some cases, it may determine that one feature is more appropriate than another, or even that a text result is best. Basically, that means if Google wants to, it's going to ignore the schema that you worked so hard to put in and maintain. And that happens a lot for more niche schema. And the reason that I even wanted to talk about niche schema on this episode of the show is because there's a new update from Google about niche schema. Barry Schwartz, friend of the podcast, he was on episode 621 of the show. We talked about Google's March update. The title is Google's March Update, broken down by founder of Search Engine Roundtable, Barry Schwartz. And Barry Schwartz shared this on LinkedIn. Google dropped support for 7 different structured data elements, which may reduce your click-through rate from Google search. They include book actions, course info, claim review, estimated salary, learning video, special announcement, vehicle listing. Imagine spending the time to put in those niche schema types, maintaining them, debugging them, just to have Google drop support for them. But the thing is, Google wasn't even using them for a long time, and that's why support was dropped. It is such a bad use of time for most people to focus on niche schema, and it takes a lot of time. Here's something else. So a lot of SEOs, if you watch SEO TikTok or SEO Instagram, you might even see this on X. So I don't really see it on X. I see it mostly on TikTok and Instagram. A lot of SEOs there are recommending structured data for AI search. This is actually the name of this article in Search Engine Journal. SEOs are recommending structured data for AI search. Why? And it's about how lots of SEOs are recommending schema to improve visibility in AI-powered search, like ChatGPT or Gemini. But not even that. The SEOs who recommend schema for this, they extrapolate and just say, you need to use schema if you want LLMs, if you want AI tools to share the content on your site. And they will say it with such authority and this fear-based tone. Oh my God, I need to spend time putting in niche schema on my site or else I'm not going to be covered in AI. And this whole article, I would really encourage everybody to check it out. It's in the description of this episode. This whole article is on how schema, especially niche schema, is not going to help you get more visibility in AI tools. You want to have basic schema. Basic schema is very useful. But again, all the big site builders, page builders, and plugins will do this for you. And SEOs hate me for talking about this because it's something that a lot of SEO agencies charge their clients a ton for, because it takes so much time and so much testing and so much maintenance. But if you are a business owner, or if you're just trying to do SEO to get results, it's really, really a waste of your time, but also your energy to focus on this. It's one of those things that is not going to move the needle. Now let's talk about the new LLMs.txt, another one of those things that is not going to move the needle. So LLMs.txt is this new file to put on your sites that supposedly makes it way easier for LLMs to recommend what's on your site. Everyone wants to know how to get into AI tools. And LLMs.txt has been getting a lot of chatter. People are talking about it. People in the SEO community or web development community or content marketing community, they're talking about it. And I showed on episode 708 of this show, that's LLMs.txt, what it is and do you need one? I showed how the biggest SEO and content marketing companies are not adopting it. Moz, Ahrefs, SEMrush, Backlinko, HubSpot, the biggest content marketing companies are not using LLMs.txt. I also believe that if done poorly, LLMs.txt, because there are a bunch of solutions where it's just you click toggle on LLMs.txt, or you can have it made and it'll take 5 seconds. But I believe that if done poorly, and LLMs actually do start using them, I'll get to that in a moment, if done poorly, it can confuse LLMs and be worse for you. And it's actually better to just not use it in the first place because, if done poorly, if done in a cursory, overly fast manner, if not thought through, it can confuse LLMs and actually hurt you. Again, assuming LLMs do start using them. But, and this is also why I have this episode of the show, this is why I want to talk about niche technical SEO, because there's another recent announcement from Google, and this is from John Mueller at Google. And John Mueller recently said, for what it's worth, no AI system currently uses LLMs.txt. And then this sparked a discussion on the SEO subreddit. There's a discussion about how useless LLMs.txt are. And this is from the SEO subreddit. And John Mueller even commented in this discussion. So the top comment, and this is from SEO Pub, they are useless and a bad idea to implement. Under that, somebody said, I know it's kind of the same as meta keywords in terms of usefulness, which means it's not useful. SEO Pub wrote again, it could be harmful. Do you want an LLM citing a URL that is markdown content instead of the normal URL? That would be a terrible user experience because LLMs.txt also creates these markdown files of the pages and posts on your site, which is supposed to make it a lot easier for LLMs. But here's the thing, and this this was commented under what I just read to you. Somebody said, Markdown has showed up in multiple occasions. I don't advise this. I'm an agency owner. And then John Mueller, he jumps in. He's the next comment. He says, my feeling is that if your system can easily generate the file from a sitemap or other obvious URLs on the site, then any external system can do the same. That said, I'm totally sympathetic to the mindset of just doing it so you don't have to waste endless time explaining, I'm assuming to clients, even if it currently has no effect. It's not going to cause any problems to have one set up. And it's not going to cause any problems because LLMs are not using it, which John Mueller previously said. And I'm saying if they do start using it, it could cause problems. And other people in this thread, other commenters are also saying it could cause problems or Markdown could be shown. And this one person here, Dutch guy, 37, he said Markdown has shown up in multiple occasions. Weblinker jumps in. I love Weblinker. Weblinker always shares some good stuff. Trying to get Weblinker on the podcast. If you're listening to this and you're in the SEO subreddit, please message Weblinker and tell him to come on the show. Weblinker said, given that I rank for King of SEO for a joke, I can confidently say that PageRank is the biggest determination of what ranks in LLM search. I did this joke to show that they are not research tools. They will synthesize anything we rank in front of them. Basically, if you're ranking, there's a good chance you're going to be covered. If you're ranking on normal search, there's a good chance you're going to be covered in AI tools. And then Weblinker continues and says, I think it's important to retain some direction of an SEO strategy, and testing by elimination is crucial. It's like the person who posted claiming that Schema made their site rank, but it was clearly a brand-related search. I asked them to remove the schema and test, and they refused. That's all I need to know. And I really like that comment, by the way, because it ties this section of this episode back to the first section of the episode. But Weblinker continues, if I can get Perplexity and Gemini to say I'm the king of SEO, and they do, without schema or LLMs.txt, then you do not need it. You do not need it. Weblinker repeats himself. I'm assuming Weblinker is a he. I don't know. Weblinker says, you do not need it. The king of SEO was a joke. I mean, I guess it's a he because he's calling himself the king. The king of SEO was a joke about how people think LLMs are research tools. When there was no king of SEO, they said there was no king of SEO. Now they say there is a king of SEO because of lots of research, ... And the research was a page Perplexity created. So I guess WebLinker created a page with Perplexity, used that to get LLMs to cite him as the king of SEO. Funny enough, if you Google king of SEO now, my podcast shows up, which is kind of fun. My podcast shows up for king of SEO. Anyway, all of these updates coming out from Google about niche technical SEO. And I wanted to make this episode of the show so that you don't waste time on stuff that does not move the needle. And that's all that I got for you. This is episode 719 of my digital marketing show, 719 days in a row doing this podcast. If you want to learn SEO that does move the needle, watch the video at the top of compactkeywords.com. If you haven't seen it before, it's really good. And for everybody watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye now.